or in connection with the use or distribution of said video recordings, including not limited to any claims for invasion of privacy, appropriation of likeness, or defamation. Zoom master, can we start meeting? Welcome to Leadership Speak, an advanced Toastmaster club for leadership development. We are the top clubs globally. I am Toastmaster Bindu Tangapan, your surgeon at arms of the meeting. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Leadership Speak is a premier club for experienced Toastmasters to become better self-directed leaders. We are an advanced club focused primarily on leadership development in everything we do. Our timer has virtual hand raised, so we all see who is keeping the time. Our TMOD, who will lead our meeting today, is Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster Brown Memon. Distinguished Toastmaster Brown Memon has been Toastmaster 28 years with 3 DTMs. He is a leadership and speaking coach, consulting and training in large organizations. He has a passion for large HBL projects. Thousands of Toastmasters have attended his HBL project events since the pandemic 4 years ago. Notables as Toastmasters are Club Coach of the Year in District 86, founder of Leadership Speak, an advanced Toastmaster club with 50 members from 25 different countries. Today, he is leading this meeting as the TMOD, which is a level 4 project from Pathways Manage an online meeting. Please help me welcome Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Brown Memon. Over to you, DTM Brown Memon.
That is right. You saw that correctly. It is the top club globally. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel all? Put on your microphones.
Excited.
Give me a shout.
Super
And
excited.
put it in the chat.
Very
Put it
good.
in the chat. How excited are you to be in the top club globally? Leadership Speak is the talk of the town, the talk of the Toastmasters world. How do you feel? Let's hear you in the chat. Let me see what's going on in your minds. How are you all? Wonderful, extremely amazing, excited. All right, thank you so much. Proud. Anyone who's grateful? No gratitude? Inspired to learn? Eager? Grateful? Wonderful? Feeling proud? Awesome, awesome. That is amazing. Now you can see right here, 25th country we just added this week. So and Nzinga Jesse, who is from Angola, brings that flag with her. And we are, of course, in the centennial year now. We are celebrating the 100 years of Toastmasters International on October the 22nd, 2024. Toastmasters International will be 100 years, which means what? That we have learned a lot about leadership and communication over the 100 years, and we are putting that into practice now. And everything that you've learned that we're putting into practice now, you can see on the dashboard that ended on June 30th, 2024. 158 education awards, Distinguished Presidents, Distinguished Club, and many, many other accolades. It's an amazing thing board members can do when they come together as a community. And so we are a very strong community. Let's see what else the people are saying here. Our guest, Victoria Lee, says, excited to join a meeting of the top club, but one of the best technologically advanced club as well. Wonderful. We are technologically completely advanced club. And Jyoti, I'm feeling good. All right. Thank you. So let's see now, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we did last year, Jyoti, right?
So good. So good.
158. Now here's a question for you, ladies and gentlemen. What's your vision? What action are you going to get into, and what impact will you make? There's a blank box for 2024, 2025. It's a clean slate, and we can create anything that we wish, anything. So in the chat, put in how much do you think we should go for? $200. Anjali, Nzinga, 200. Oh my goodness. We are going 200 and above, nothing less than 200 here. So now those who wanted to say 160, you go ahead and please do that if you wish to put 160 there. The bidding is going higher. Okay, we have Manoharan as 175. Okay, good, good. Every member grow, glow, and go forth. Victoria Lee, thank you so much. Thank you for being such a engaged guest. So we have 250 as a maximum number. Now remember, last year, I mean, the year before, we did 116 education awards, which was a total surprise. And this year, I was totally surprised at 158 awards this year. And so from 116 to 158, what is the growth? And so if you apply the same level of growth to 158, you'll certainly be over 200. And what does that mean is all members who are currently members, who are active members currently, if they all do Triple Crowns minimum, will have crossed about 140 awards just like that. And then there's members who go ahead and do more than Triple Crown. They want to do a one pathway, some of them 1.5 pathways and so on. That would take you to a huge number. It's amazing. So the power of community is present here. We are a very strong team, and we are only strong because we connect, we communicate to connect. And when we connect and communicate, we collaborate, and out of that, we create a very strong community. Community is so important. Here's the thing we have to remember. Community creates leaders. Leaders create communities. It is the chicken and egg thing. So a world-class team, whether it's in soccer or in basketball or hockey or whatever you name it, it is the team. Not one individual player can do anything outstanding just by themselves unless they have a team to work with. And we heard that from Rosie Rana a couple of weeks ago as well. It is always team. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, I'd like to address our guests. Please come and sit cozily around the fire with me. This is a fireside chat. There'll be a guest book link being posted in the chat. Please fill in the guest book, and we will connect with you at a later time. So I would ask Leah Musunga to put the link to the guest book in the chat for the guests. I think Noor Mohammed is saying what? The numbers speak a lot. Nonetheless, the impact should be recorded as heartfelt testimonials compiled yearly of those who will positively make. Perfect. Thank you very much, Noor Mohammed. Thank you very much. I would like to say this at the same time, is that our numbers don't drive excellence. Our numbers don't drive leadership. Our numbers don't drive technology. They don't. They never will. It never has. I will address that in a second. So now let's see the statistics and the vision and the action we need to be in the coming year. So here's something that's happened and will happen. The future of our vision. We must always remember, ladies and gentlemen, all members here, guests, everyone who's here, this club's mandate, the reason why we exist, is simply the premier club for experienced Toastmasters to become better self-directed leaders. And if you're not aligned to this vision statement, this mandate, why the club exists, you know, people start to have a hard time in the club. They want to go in one direction and the club is going in the direction, and it becomes very hard. So we ask all members, and if you still haven't aligned to this vision, to align to that vision, to become better self-directed leaders. That is our primary focus. And becoming better self-directed leaders doesn't mean that you don't become a great communicator. You do. You become an excellent communicator because you're now self-directed. You're taking charge of your communication. You're taking charge of your goals and your life. And what you're going to do in leadership speak is what and how you will translate that outside in the real world. As always, we always achieve 10 DCP points by November, and this is our goal. It has been always been that goal wherever I've been a member or a founder and so on. We always done 10 DCP points by November. It's an easy thing for us, and we will do that. So, of course, members will be asked to step forward to make it easy, right? And by June 2025, the goal is again to be the top club globally, not because we are after numbers, but because of excellence, because of leadership, because of how we serve each other, how we come together as a community. So, like I said, I'll come to this point later. Numbers don't drive excellence. Numbers don't drive technology. Numbers don't drive leadership. Numbers don't drive service. But leadership, technology, and service do drive numbers. When the right technology is being used, the right skills are there, the right leadership is present, the right community is present, and the way we serve rightly with excellence, the numbers just fall into place. We were the club of the year before. We've just ended this year. We don't know whether the district will award us the club of the year for this year, just gone by. We were, of course, the top club globally. So, but the district has its own ways of giving that trophy and so on. So we don't know. I would like more engagement from members in terms of how they're. Some members do speeches, but they're not really engaged as leaders, and we would like to see more engagement as leaders. Is what I mean by engagement. There's always a difference between the club success plan and the DCP points, right? And it all depends on the members' engagement. So the DCP points, sure, is an easy doozy for us, but the club's success is again the culmination of us coming together and doing all the things that I've already mentioned. And that's our success. And your executive team will be creating a success plan based on how you fill out a form that Paramjit Singh and I will be sending out to you. It is the form where, you tell us what's your leadership style, your communication style, your strengths, which most of you have done from the previous year. You can just insert that. Plus, we will be asking you your goals for the year. Remember, never lowball and then try and over-deliver. It's always good to under promise and over-deliver, but not lowballing you under promising. What I mean is, a number of Toastmasters have done this in previous years. They've overpromised, they haven't really thought out well, and they haven't really planned well, and then have under-delivered. So planning is going to be very important. If members want 200 points or 250 points, you have to really be good at planning. And your executive team is here to help you do that if you wish, so that you can plan well and achieve those numbers that you want, but only if you're going to go for excellence, you're going to thrive as a leader, you're going to create a community and connect with members, which will drive your numbers. Okay, that's the promise I would like to see. And last but not least is we have 4 mentor groups, and I would like to see greater participation in the mentor groups. New members who have not been put in the mentor groups, you will be put in the mentor groups soon, and our VP of membership will help you do that. All right, thank you. So there we go. That is my vision, and we are going to all take action together to make an impact globally. That is the theme of the meeting today: leadership, vision, action, and impact. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me start this meeting off with a bang. And I have a few people on the agenda that will come and tell us what they are doing before we go on to the speakers. Our speakers are very, very important because they are practicing their communication skills to the next level. Before the year ends, they will become even better. And this is the start of the year. This year, as in every other year, what we've done is we've asked the club executive to kick off the meeting with their speeches and their presentations. And let's see what they have to say. So before I go on, as mentioned, this is key to us: technology, leadership, and service. This is how we serve our clients, which is guests, and our members. And when these 3 things are present, technology, leadership, and service with excellence. So excellence is embedded in the DNA of our club. It causes just pure engagement, and the experience is just phenomenal for the members. Now, for the toast, ladies and gentlemen, we have Anjali Wesson, who is a relatively new member. She joined, I think, in February or March. She is our artificial intelligence expert, and here she is to raise the toast for the new year. Over to you, Anjali.
Thank you very much, Brahm. I am a relatively new member, but I feel at home with this club because it allows to grow. And the theme today: vision, action, impact. This type of growth in a #1 global club, it is not just something that is vague. It is something that is enacted in every single meeting. The way that I was able to get into more concrete form for myself was thinking in the 4th of July that happened a couple of days ago here in the United States. We have the saying, ready, aim, fire. How is this the same? Ready, with one's vision. There is no way to be able to get ready if there isn't a vision of what we are looking at. And many times it is the leader that can be able to look at the vision before it is created in the real world. It has to be imagined first. Create the picture for everyone. What is it that we're getting ready for? Action, aim. Here in the United States, there was a saying that the revolutionaries were told, aim and do not shoot until you can see the white of their eyes. Why did they have this type of aim? Why is this type of action? Because they really didn't have much. So it was meant to have this vision, to focus. From there, fire. Impact. Just like fire, it can be able to be focused to create warmth, a fireside chat, or it can be able to run wild, but with vision, with leadership. This impact can be focused to grow, to create warmth, to create community. So please unmute yourself and raise your glass for this new year here with Leadership Speak. And please say with me, to vision, action, and impact.
Vision,
Vision,
action,
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 and impact.
impact.
Ready? On to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Brown.
Thank you. Look at that. The color matches, right? I like that. All right. Thank you very much, Anjali, for that wonderful toast. It was very, very appropriate to the session that we have that includes vision, action, and impact. And you explained that well from your perspective. Our next functionary is the timer. Mfundo Delihalazo, please. You can please explain what you're going to be doing today.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day.
If you can put on your video so we
Oh,
can
sorry,
see you,
sorry,
Mfundo.
sorry. Did not happen.
Thank
Can
you.
you see me now?
Zoom Master, if you can do that. If you can spotlight Mfundo. Zoom Master. Go ahead, Mfundo. Keep speaking.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters. I am Fundo Delihlazo and your timer for today. I shall be timing all the speakers and evaluators. And then between these two sessions, the speaking session and evaluation, I will definitely be sharing the times on the chat. As you are speaking, please look into this hand because I will be alerting you on the times. I'll start by giving you the green light, which says that you are almost over your time. And following that will be the yellow light, which will say you must be close to wrapping up. Then once your time lapses, I will show the red color, which means quickly finish off. And all the times that I'll be using are as per the agenda. Thank you so much, and over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mfundo. Wonderful. Now, our next functionary is going to be, she's read the whole dictionary, our grammarian, Francois Bowen. Or is it Angela? Who is our grammarian today? Mr.
I am Angela Brown. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow
ahead.
Toastmaster. Okay, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay attention to all speakers, listening carefully to the use of language. It is my role to take note of impromptu language, as well as outstanding words, quotes, sayings, and thoughts. As grammarian, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is catalyst, which means a person or thing that precipitates an event or change. An example sentence, her ideas were the catalyst for the team's success, sparking significant improvements. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon to do so at the end of the meeting, and also report on the usage of word of the day. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Back to you.
Thank you, Angela. We shall make sure that we are catalyzing this meeting into something incredible, because just because Angela came on and gave us that word catalyze. Thank you very much. I had the old agenda, hence Francois' name is there. My apologies. Thank you, Angela, for stepping in at the last minute and creating that word of the day. Much appreciated. Now, guests, once more, just gather around the fireside with me and watch the meeting. And while you're doing that, Leah will again post the link to the meeting, to the guest book. Please fill in the guest book for us, and we will get back in touch with you as soon as we can over the coming week, over the next few days, to make sure that we answer your queries, or whether you want to become a member of the Top Club globally, and so on. So just feel comfortable, relax, watch what we do, and we will take it from there. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. And I'll speak to you all towards the end of the meeting. Thank you. And it is in the chat now. Thank you so much, Leah. So for those who are new guests here, who've never been here before, we usually have an education session, which is a pathways speech. It could be a professional speaking speech for 20 minutes, or it could be a 7-minute pathways speech, which we stretch to 20 minutes, and it's an education session. The education speaker always collaborates with the Toastmaster of the day and speaks around the theme. That's why collaboration is so important between Toastmaster of the day and all the role players, especially the education speech. And then you will have seen the toast was in accordance with the theme. The grammarian's word of the day was in accordance with the theme as well. So everything in those sort of roles runs along with the theme, and the theme is embedded in there. Paramjit is our Vice President of Education this year. He was helping me in the education as an education committee, and he was also the Zoom master last year. His evaluator is Nurul Monawara. So if you can have Nurul, and we
Okay. Anyway, Johnson is
just
coming.
can you please mute
Okay.
the conversations, Paramjit? Can you mute the and if you can, Zoom master, please spotlight Paramjit first. So we'll wait until the Paramjit is spotlighted. Thank you. We'll wait till we get our technology right. Thank you. So the process for the Zoom master is that as soon as I start introducing the speaker is spotlighted. And then when I call the evaluator is spotlighted. Okay, that's the process. Thank you. Over to you, Nurul.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Today, the leadership speak will be delivered by Toastmaster Paramjit Singh, and he will be delivering the level 5 speech on engaging humor path. It is the speech all around speak professional. The objective of the project is present a keynote style speech exemplifying a professional level speaker's point of view or message in a style that supports the speech content. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned, Paramjit is our Vice President of Education. He's setting the tone for this year. I'm very much interested and keenly will be listening to what his vision for 2024 is in this education session. Paramjit Singh, Vision 2024. Vision 2024, Paramjit Singh.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ram. Just give me 1 minute for setting the things right, technology right. And I will be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just waiting for the technology to start kicking. Be patient. Paramjit will be on very soon.
Yeah, just
Mr. Timer, start timing as soon as Paramjit starts to speak. Thank you very much. I'm sure the G is writing furiously her notes right now. So Paramjit, let us know when you're ready, okay? And if you have a problem, we can skip to the next speaker
No,
while you are setting.
I'm
the
ready.
speaker.
I'm ready for the thing.
You're ready? Okay. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Paramjit.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm really honored to be present here in front of all of you as a VP education of a club which is the top club globally. It is really an honor for me after being just a member for 1.5 years. This is the reason, the things behind it is the trainings I received, the mentorship I received, and all the support I received from different people around over here. And I would like to add on that I'm not just on only a VP education, I have an additional responsibility of another VPE, means Vice President Entertainment also. So please be ready for that also. Okay, now let us see how this club has been working with the vision and how this club has become a vibrant club. You know, the community, which is filled with the members from 25 countries, different zones, time zones, different diversity, as well as different experience, different talents, aspiration. Together, we have built it, you know, a sporting environment where everybody can take risk, talk to anyone, connect with everyone, and get mentorship from everyone. And we embrace challenges, we take risks, and we celebrate our big wins or small wins together. It is the spirit of the camaraderie, the mutual growth that makes our club exceptional. And I embark on this journey with all of you. And I'm grateful for the trust you have all passed on me. And today I would like to share my thoughts on leadership, focusing on 3 elements: vision, action, and impact. See, for any organization or for any personal, it is very important to have a vision. And to be very honest, I started my vision when I was very young. It was not my vision, actually. It was a vision of my family. My 2 maternal uncles, they were gold medalists from one of the best engineering college from India. And my family also thought that he is the one who is going to do. And by the time I was 5, there was a vision already ingrained in all of them. But okay, I was taking it very lightly. There was a vision that he has to become an engineer from that particular institute. I didn't take much action. I was just doing the things as normal as normal students does. There was not a vision in myself, but it was in my family. However, this was they were very, aligned with this. They were always thinking, oh, Paramjit is growing up, he'll become an engineer like this. But they had all, dreams shattered when I crossed +2, maybe in, I don't know what is in your country, like it's like before you go to the professional colleges, I scored the marks, which is now about my age. But when the institute requirements were very high, ultimately, I don't know what happened, whether the vision aligned with the powers of the world, I got a last seat at the waiting list. And when I reached there, people asked me, how many marks you have got? I said, 63%. And people there were 95%, 94%. No, I entered in the college, but still there was no vision. The only thing was, okay, my parents want to do engineering. There was no vision that I want to become a good engineer, bad engineer, this engineer. And I started, and they all ragged me. They all gave me bad, a very tough time. Now, this was a time when I thought, oh, what is this here? I started learning, that they are so good than me, and I'm just a very small person in front of all of them. 63% marks, very rare. So now, after, it was a complex, but I didn't take it as an infinity complex, other than I started working on this. I made a plan. You know what I did, my plan? But I took the action at that time. With that, there was no vision. I'm again saying there was no vision in my mind. The only thing was to clear my first semester. And what I did was, I started getting my books from 8th class, 9th class, 11th class to study on the daily basis to come to their level. And my first semester, I stood 12th. Oh my God. I thought, wow, this is something good. I can do it. And from there, the vision started. Up to that time, all that vision was my family vision, not my own vision. And I like engineering. I like creative things. So it was a creative thing I do. So I thought, okay, no, I will be doing now my best to become one of the best engineers out of this college, outside. That vision now ingrained in myself, and I started working very hard. Second semester, third semester, fourth semester, fifth semester, and I was a topper. Sixth semester, I was a topper. Seventh semester, I was a topper. Eighth semester, I was a topper. Of course, I topped in the finals, gold medal, but they didn't give me the gold medal because the gold was very costly at that time. So they just gave me a wooden medal. That is something different, still keeping it with me. But I wanted to tell you that if you don't have a vision, you cannot reach anywhere. And I was not having vision in 1982, but by the time I passed from the college was 1986. And I was having a vision. I did a lot of action. And what it impacted was, my family, there was it was a very middle-class family. And I started getting jobs which were of the highest and worked with Nestle. That impacted my life. It impacted all my family members and all the junior people who are in my family. They wanted to become engineers like me. So this is something, vision action is very, very important. And for any club, any organization, the vision and action and everything, and it's very important. And now for our vision, no, what I feel and what I have seen in my life, and particularly in my journey in Leadership Speak, is that this club has achieved something phenomenal in last 2 years. I'm in there in 1.5 years. First year when I was there, it was the top 5th club all over the world. And then to this year, it is top club globally. How? Because the mission, the club mission is something there's already there. Club has already spoken about it. And this is what all the XCOM in the last 2 years have done. And I offer my deepest gratitude to them and to everyone in the XCOM and the members who has worked very passionately, and they did their best to achieve their own goals, ultimately club goals. Can you imagine?
Paramjit, hold a second. Your video is off, your slideshow is off. Can you look at your slides?
Okay.
We can't see you. If you can redo that and then put it back to where it should be. Thank you.
Okay. It's okay now?
It is good. We can see you. And if you can put it back to slideshow mode, it'll be good. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
yeah, apologies. I offered my, like, this is the club, 158. And I remember, this all the vision which is available over there for the club, and the mission of the club is very, very important. That's why we could reach somewhere where we want to aim, and then the goal we had to have it. And our aim and the goal was Premier Club, is there Premier Club for experienced Toastmaster to become better self-directed leaders. I can undoubtedly say that in 1.5 years, I have been transformed from a simple member to a member who will become self-directed leader. And I know most of the people who join the club, they have also become self-directed leaders. If you have become and risen to a self-directed leader, please raise or write in the chat, self-directed leader. Because our mission is very important for creating a vision, and our ex-coms have already taken every consideration of the mission in their mind before creating a vision for the last 2 years. The same is the same here this year also. Now, the second is aligned with the mission, identify the core values. Our club mission and the vision for the last 2 years had been aligned with the core values also. Learn, innovate, and connect. The same is going to happen in 2024 also. And it's already started. There is an absolutely opportunity to learn, innovate. When I came here as a Zoom, I started as Zoom master. I was not knowing much about this Zoom. The club gave me the opportunity to innovate the things. I innovated a lot of things with the Zoom and other softwares also. Like we have now Toastmaster Anjali, who is doing next level AI-based things. And the third very important thing is our core values connect. And Brahm always tell you must connect and connect to everyone, with everyone. And the connection makes us important. And I know everyone present here, when I connect with them, everybody is so easily available for me. And we have the connection has been built up with the time, but they are our core values, which make our vision very clear, and we worked on that vision. Third thing very important is set clear objectives for the vision for this year also. I remember when last time Brahm told we should have a vision of having some numbers in our mind for the next year. And he has just mentioned before me that we have 50 members, 3 Triple Crown, one Triple Crown everyone means 150. We can have 150. And when we took the forms from our club members, it was 156, I remember. Of course, we were planning 150, and it surpassed 156 also, 158. Do you think this is possible? When Brahm was telling us, what is this? How can everybody can take a Triple Crown? In my club, only I was having a Triple Crown. But 28 people having Triple Crown this year. And imagine if all 22 who are not able to do because of the busyness, because of the schedules, it would have surpassed even 200. So that is there was a set, clear objectives were already set in the last year. And we will be setting the clear objectives this year also. And certainly, as Brahm has said, we will be sending you a form to fulfill your goals, to fulfill what you are expecting to be after 1 year, what you want to stand, what you should be known as. This all is in the one form, which every year we fill. And of course, our strengths, as well as our communication style, our leadership style, and how we have transpired. So this one still be realistic. So to be realistic, okay, Brahm has already asked how much we can do it. And that's why I'm putting question into question. We have 56 people, multiply by whatever. And I saw a message in the chat by Vinod Toastmaster DTM, we know that if we all complete one path, it becomes 50 into 5, 250. But we all have to be realistic. So we need to make the figure which is realistic, and that is always will be based upon what we all will be getting the information from all of you. I'm not talking about, I'm not emphasizing of the numbers. It is not, as Brahm always says, not number, it's excellent. It's nothing more than excellent. But what I understood from my experience is I completed my first path in 1.5 years. And now I completed 3 paths in 2 years, 1.5 years, 1.5 years. Now, can you imagine that how much growth I have got? How many projects I have completed? Otherwise, I would have completed only one more path, maybe. It is not that Brahma is asking me, you do this, or XCOM is telling that you do this. All self-directed leaders that did it themselves, including me. And we did it, the knowledge-based. And I don't want to lose that momentum, what I have learned now. How many projects? There are some projects which I might have not even seen. Giving social speeches, making your own blog, making your own website. These all I experienced and learned because I could complete 3 more paths. I'm working on the 4th path now, which is already going into Leadership Speak. And to keep myself, my momentum, I have promised to myself. Last time I promised for doing 5 with myself. Now I will be doing 8 levels in this year. And for that, I will have a plan, already planned that I have to do this much, 32 speeches. Okay, that is 32 speeches means it will be worked on all over the year. 30, we have 52 weeks. Everybody can do that. The only thing is just take your action. It is not about numbers which is going to count. It's the thing which is you are going to do, the learning you are going to have. Cub will get a number, but your knowledge will be at a different level when you are doing so much of in few years. And imagine all we have now left, reduced from 11 paths to now 6. All those paths which I have done before, there are 2 or 3 paths which are not available now, but I'm lucky that I have completed it in last year. Now it's not available. So do you plan and just fill in the form and we'll be signing it to you. So the vision up till now has been based on all these 4 principles. What we have: mission, identify core values, set clear objectives, and be realistic. That is very important. On this, and that's why the club has achieved all the success. Top 5th club, now top club globally, and District 86 best club of the year. This is only possible when we all align to the mission. We align to the core values. Now, how we can support as an education team or as the VP Education? So what the plan, what we have in our mind, which we already having, and we are doing it more in more detail. So we need to have a club success plan, which is a very meticulously planned. This club success plan is not like a paper. It is something very important and is very meticulously planned by the XCOM, and it sets the goal by everyone taken into the account, that every member. Now, this is to be filled. It will be done after when you send the forms. We'll share the form with you. Now, this is a member's goal you have to share. We'll be sending this form, which will be, these goals are very important for you and for us also. And how can we support you in achieving those goals and your targets? Now, we have a full education committee. I'm thankful to Toastmaster DTM Hannah. Last year, she had been taking 4 or 5 roles to help and train everyone. Now we had about 7 people to 8 people in the committee, training for every role. Start from greeter, Zoom master, whatever the role you are, like thought of the day, toast, and that is our education committee. I was not knowing even how to do toast. I learned it in Leadership Speak. People guided me. There are some trainers. So same way, these education committees, now everybody will be focusing on his area to train, and that is very important because one-to-one before the meetings. Education committee, I will be sharing with you all the names of the education committee soon, once it is totally formalized. And special trainings, that is always there. 27th of July, the first training is about educational, how to do the evaluation, critical evaluation. This was done 2 times in a year. And apart from that, there are regular trainings on Canvas, Zoom. Technology is the part. Everybody should be knowing the technology, and that is what is technology working on. We will be doing that. Special training is already done, and we will be going further. There was a very basic level. Now we'll be doing the special training onto the advanced level and making some videos and sharing with you. These special trainings are the training which are going to help everyone whosoever. So please, whenever the trainings, please attend these trainings. And there are some special training BAM is doing outside the club also. And there's a 7-minute challenge. So I attended all the 4 classes, and imagine how now I know how to do a better 7-minute speech. Please take your extra time, make that extra effort to attend them. That trainings are really useful for everyone, and it was free for everyone. And of course, Tuesday meetings. I think that is the hallmark which has helped everybody for achieving the goals, as well as knowing how to have a critical evaluation and how to accept those critical evaluations. They are going to certainly continue, and we'll be having more members please write down if you have got gained anything from Tuesday meeting. Please write down in the chat, I gained. I know a lot of people have gained to the Tuesday meeting. And practice meetings, I could never imagine when I entered leadership. What is practice meeting here? Why we need a practice? We have a meeting in the morning. This is something which sets the tone for everyone. Everybody come and practice, and that makes the confidence for going directly into the meeting on Saturday. It is now being live streamed, and it was being previously recorded and sent into the Zoom. This is all are requested to join. Now we have mentor groups. Please join a mentor group. Of course, we will be giving you the mentor group numbers, the new members. Please be active in the mentor groups. Ask the questions. Set the tone. Be active. We all are there to help you for that. Now fill in the goals form as to what to do as a member. Fill in the goal form as soon as you receive it, and keep track of your progress. We will be certainly helping you to keep track of your progress all over the way. Be active in your mentor groups. And how it will impact. I will only say what the impact it has given to you. I understand it has impacted me so much in my professional life also, in my personal life, in my relationships. So even I know a lot of us learn the things from Leadership Speak and use it in our social clubs, so that impact can be transferred to the different area to become all the clubs at a different level. All this experience, what we learn, all this impact, what we are getting, is certainly useful. And if this impact is helping you to build your relationships, you build your professional relationships, as well as giving you confidence to deal with others, I think that is more than important. So now we have a vision, we have a plan. The action is in everybody's hand, your and my hand. Let us work together, become a pillar, the members, pillars, and members. This is the hierarchy, and we will be another year of wonderful meetings. And again, we'll be able to achieve with all of us top club globally. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Amazing. Thank you. Just looking at Paramjit's slide here, he said, align with the mission, which is our mandate to be better self-directed leaders, identify the core values, set clear objectives, and be realistic. What can you achieve using that? What is your vision for being in Leadership Speak? What is the action you're going to take? We've given you the platform, we've given you everything that you need, and I make myself available to coach and mentor you as well. what else do you need to take action? And in the end, what impact will you have created at the end of 2024, December 2024, and June of 2025, when we end the Toastmasters year? What is that impact that you will have created? And therefore, collectively, together, what's our collective impact? That synergy is going to be just amazing. And as Angela says, this platform is a catalyst for you to be able to do that. Thank you, Paramjit Singh. Our speaker number one is our Vice President of Membership, Leah Musunga. She's probably read, a couple of weeks ago I spoke to her, she had read 70 books. She's probably read 100 by now. Leah, how are you doing today?
I am all right.
How many books? Is it still at 70? I mean, you must have pushed the envelope a bit, right?
No, I've been busy, so it's still on 70. Or 71.
All right. 71st book going on there. Amazing. So our evaluator today is Hannah Schmidt. Hey, Hannah, what's Leah going to be doing today?
Leah, Mr. Toastmaster of the day. Leah, hey, we've got an icebreaker today. Leah, icebreaker, super. From the Path Persuasive Influence, Level 1, Project 1, the icebreaker. And the purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Hannah. That's amazing. All right. Leah Musunga, of course, she was the division director in her district last year. Currently, this year, she's a logistic manager, District 74. Thank you for being the Vice President of Membership. Leah Musunga, white flag, Leah Musunga.
When you face obstacles and challenges, how quick are you to raise your white flag? Good day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I grew up in a family of 5 children. My parents always emphasized that education was the key for our success in the future. So they always tried to ensure that we took our education very serious. When I was in high school, I excelled in accounting. So when it was time to go to varsity, I automatically gravitated to the accounting degree. I must say, it was a non-eventful 4 years. Although in 3rd year, I had to repeat 1 exam, auditing. I knew that doing accounting, afterwards I would have to do a professional qualification if I wanted to have better job opportunities. Immediately after graduation, I got a job. So I started working and pursuing my accounting qualification. And I decided to pursue the Associated Certified Chartered Accounting ACCA qualification. Because of my degree, I was exempt from the first level. There were 3 levels I had to undertake. So I knew that it would take me about 2 to maybe 3 years to complete the remaining exams. Anyone ever taken a professional qualification? You know, those exams can be brutal. So you know, getting into them, that the likelihood of failing 1 or 2 exams is highly likely. So I decided to say, okay, maybe it will take me 3 years to finish it. By my 3rd year, I was still in my 3rd part of my qualification. I knew now that this was going to be a longer journey than I thought. Fourth year came around, and I was still left with one more paper to write. Advanced auditing. After failing the paper for the 5th time, I was ready to raise my white flag. I had tried. I had gone to school. I had gotten a tutor. I was ready to put my tools down. A friend came to me and told me, Leah, remember why you started pursuing this. You wanted to have better job opportunities. You wanted to ensure that you could take care of yourself when you're older. Don't give up. Start what you finish. Their words helped to rejuvenate me, and I decided I'm gonna tackle this one more time. I went and I wrote for the 6th time and failed yet again. But I knew I still had to continue. It wasn't time to raise the white flag. I guess it was lucky number 7 that I finally conquered that final paper. And when I opened up my email and saw that I had passed, the tears couldn't stop coming down. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, what do you do when you face challenges and objections? Do you easily raise your white flag? Jim Rohn once said, don't wish it was easier. Wish that wish that you were better. Don't wish that you have less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenges. Wish for more wisdom. So when you face your next obstacles or challenges, don't be quick to raise your Mr. Toastmaster of the Day.
Leah, in my previous life, I was an accountant, chartered accountant from England, and I totally understand the struggles one goes through to pass those professional exams. Never, ever, ever raise the white flag, and we never raise the white flag at Leadership Speak. Would you all agree? Yes? Put that in the chat if you agree that you don't raise the white flag. Yes for you don't. No for sometimes you would. Thank you, Jyoti. Wonderful. All right. Let's see now. Who's going with yes? Woohoo! Absolutely. Thank you. Never, ever, ever, never give up. Absolutely. And at Leadership Speak, will we ever give up? I don't believe so. Our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be my country cousin, Yusli. Let's see Yusli. Where is she? Ah, my country cousin. How are you? So good to see you.
Thanks, and
Awesome. Of course, I call her my country cousin because she's a brand new resident of Canada officially. And so, of course, we are all now Canadians. We live about 50, 60 kilometers from each other, not far away. Canada is a huge country, as you know. It spans 5 time zones. That's huge, but she's only 60 kilometers from me. And her evaluator today is Nokawe Nkosi. Let's have Hey, Nokawe, how are you doing?
I am very well, Mr.
So
Toastmaster.
good to see you. You're Nokawe, you're from in South Africa, right? Remind me.
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. And you have some objectives for Youthly here?
Yes, I do.
Mhm.
The purpose of useless speech is for her to learn different communication styles and identify her primary one. So Usually will be sharing with us her impact of her communication style on others. Usually you're a catalyst of your life, of your story. All the best. Thank you.
Wonderful. And Youthly is the club secretary on the in the club. And she's a relatively new member. I think you joined sometime in January, or was it last year, September? I cannot quite remember.
I think it was December.
December. There you go. So you've been around for about 6-7 months then. So
Yes.
not that new. Ladies and gentlemen, Youthly Joseph, my country cousin. Let's keep the flow. Let's keep the flow. Youthly Joseph. Over to you, Youthly.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day. Greeting, colleague Toastmasters and guests. A new Toastmasters year has begun. So it's an opportunity to set new goals. For me, it's an opportunity to take new responsibilities. Even if it's a new beginning, I still have the same enthusiasm for the club. By accepting this role of club new secretary, I was asking myself several questions. Because between you and I, being part in executive committee of such big organization can be really scary. Don't you think that? We are talking about leadership speak, 25 slides. So I was saying, how I'm going to play this role. And in a simple way, a secretary description is just managing communication flow. Communication for who? Communication with who? For what organization? This big one? Of course. But one thing remains, no matter where we come from, no matter who we are or where we are, it's an obligation to keep the communication flow. It's an obligation to exchange with one another. Because communication is good for understanding each other and build strong bonds. Fortunately for us, Toastmasters International is promoting professional communication available for everyone and in which I can rely to perform my duty at the club. Duty which are like maintain the club information, managing record files, or taking minutes of club executive meeting committee, or knowing about parliamentary procedures of Toastmasters International. So for doing so, last week I took my communication test one more time to see this year what is going to be my communication style. Before taking this test last week, I had my ideas of my communication style, but I was wrong. I realized that when I do this test with my stomach full, I had a result. And when the stomach is empty, I have another result. So for one time, I had direct communication style. For another time, I had innovative communication style. And for now, I have analytical and supportive communication style. I was what? What I'm going to do with such constant communication style? How this constant style will help me achieve the club mission. And then I realized the result is not about full or empty stomach. The result is about my growth. I evolve. I learn from the past. I change. I adapt my communication style to the situation that I am facing. This ability is from as well my professional background, as I worked for more than 10 years as executive assistant or manager. So it became easy to change day to day my way of communication according to the need. So through these styles, I am disciplined, meticulous. I get down to work. I put emphasis on action and the quality of the delivery. I listen more than I am speaking. So in one way or another, my communication style is part of my character, and I embrace it. And I keep the door open for change and adaptation. I determine what is worth to keep, what is worth improving, and what is worth to let go. I may have not the perfect communication style, but one thing for sure, I use mine effectively. And I am aligning this with the club objectives for this year: vision, action, and impact. What is your communication styles? How will you use it for more personal growth this year? It's a new year, new beginning. Let's set new goals. Happy Toastmasters year, and let the big work continue. Let our communication styles be the catalyst for more personal growth and the club achievement. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day.
Whoa, thank you so much for spinning that into from communication to our vision and action and impact. Amazingly and well done. Ladies and gentlemen, note, everything that you do is communication. Your primary skill should be communication. Your primary vocation, your primary profession is really communication. Without communication, you are nothing. I am nothing. And I've experienced it in my life. I was not good at communicating. I was a shut down human being, and I was very good at my work, but I couldn't make headway at all until I learned to express myself and to communicate. I got nowhere. So I realized that it was not just being good at my profession, being good at accounting or being good at consulting, but it was good. I had to first be very good at communicating and connect and collaborate and create a community of teams is when it began to succeed. Your primary role in life is to be a communicator that connects and inspires. Argue with me if you wish, but I know you won't, because we all are here for communication, right? Yes, awesome. Okay, our next speaker is our Sergeant at Arms for this club, Baron Ochola. Hi, Baron. How are you?
I am well. How are you doing today? Hello.
I'm doing amazing. Now you are in Kampala, Uganda, right?
Yes, I am.
And you know, my niece lives in Kampala. She is a lecturer at Makerere. And I spent 3 months in Kampala 2017. And from all the way from Kenya is Lydia Wanjiku, neighboring country to Kampala, and she's going to be doing the evaluation. Lydia.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Today, I'm privileged to evaluate Baron Ochola. Baron Ochola is doing his level 1 speech from Dynamic Leadership Path. And the title of his speech is Go Through It, Grow Through It, Glow Through It. The purpose of his speech is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. Wishing you all the best, Baron. Back to you, TMOD of the Day.
Thank you, Lydia. Much appreciated. All right, Baron. Let's see what you got there, huh, Baron? Baron Ochola, go through it, grow through it, and glow through it. Go through it, grow through it, and glow through it. It's a tongue twister, Baron. Baron Ochola, all yours. Thank you.
The adversity process, Toastmasters and guests. How many of us have heard of the adversity process? If you could just put your hand up real quick. I see a couple of hands. Yes, quite a number of hands. Yes, I thought most of us had heard only of adversity and not the adversity process. In fact, many of us have not heard of adversity, but we have faced it, and that is our experience with it. The adversity process is that process by which we go through hardships and challenges and become better through it. Oftentimes, we go through adversity, and while we are going through it, we fight it. This should not be happening to me. We've had that so many times. It could have been somebody else. But like was said earlier on, we should not wish that things were easier. Instead, we should wish that we are stronger or way stronger to be able to handle those situations. And what is that entire process called? Yes, the adversity process. With this process, there are 3 simple steps that are involved. 1, recognizing the adversity. Recognizing that you are in the middle of such and such a situation. The opposite of recognizing this is playing the denial game. No, it's not happening. No, you bury your head in the sand, which unfortunately a majority of us do. After you recognize, the next step is responding to it. How do you respond to this adversity that you are faced with? That is very important because, like Viktor Frankl in his book, Man's Search for Meaning states, the ability to choose what you think about a situation, how you attack that situation, is actually man's last freedom. That means your power is in how you respond to that adversity. 3, recovery and growing through the adversity. recovery, and growing through the adversity. In this recovery process, we come to terms with the fact that there are steps that we have to have taken in the response stage. Have I decided to discipline myself such that I am a better leader? Have I decided to take myself, have an accountability partner such that the next time this situation happens to me, I have systems in place to deal with it, and I will not crumble. Case in point, each one of us in this meeting is a leader. We all know about overwhelm, leadership fatigue. Have you set in processes that will support you in case of fatigue? Or do you believe that you are immune to that and that is for other people? Do you have support systems? Or do you even have systems that make activities function on a daily basis before the need for support systems? Just the functional systems. For example, the Vice President Education cannot do the job alone. He has to have a committee. The committee needs members, right? Here is my story with adversity. Faced with a predicament that others might look at and say, nah, that is not anything. I'm quite a talented musician. For those of you who've heard me rap, I put words together very cleverly. For what it's worth, I'm coming in hot, care not what it's worth. Play with words as much as you like. I'm a poet, but more of the spoken type than the written type. I realized that that was a very big talent, but talent a lot of times becomes a danger to the owner of the talent. And like the book title states, talent is overrated because hard work will beat talent any day if talent does not work hard. I will say that again. Hard work will beat talent any day if talent does not work hard. I am talented, but I can't lead a team. I can't manage myself. I cannot communicate. I can't even stand up and get myself in front of the opportunities or get the doors to open in front of me. And this was in 2019. The next solution for me was a very simple one, at least in words. Easier said than done. And that was understanding leadership. What is this one thing that makes all the difference? Leadership. So I had to put myself in the grueling process of learning leadership day by day, by mentoring, by being mentored, rather than picking up a book. I had to learn, because when you read from a book and you have not seen it in reality, it's quite hard to catch up with. In this process, I have been able to fortify my mind. I have been able to grow myself as a leader. And I have been able to step up to stages where you need to deliver. You are dealing with overwhelm, for example. You are dealing with anxiety. You are dealing with lack of self-belief. But you need to deliver. But you still take on the opportunity because you realize that back where I'm coming from, this was a necessity. Necessity is the mother of innovation. So this is necessary, and if I do not go through this adversity, it's all darkness. Toastmasters and guests, I am taking a personal vow today that I am going to embrace adversity and the adversity process, because I want to go through it, grow through it, and glow through it. Toastmaster of the day.
Baron, thank you very much. Adversity is where we grow. And when guests join this club, you know, we do things so differently. Sometimes to them, it appears like, what have I got myself into? Is this adversity of some sort? Or is it a steep learning curve? How am I ever going to do this? I thought I knew Toastmasters. And that is the reason why we grew here tremendously. And that's why you see, I think there are 58 members now currently in the club. So, ladies and gentlemen, be prepared to grow. If there's adversity in this club because you're growing, it's because we have to align ourselves and create a different mindset. So when we create different mindsets, we overcome adversity and go through it. Thank you so much, Baron, for bringing that to our light. Now, our next speaker is going to be, and is the final speaker is my very good friend, Mrinal Kanti Ghosh. Mrinal, how are you?
I am fine.
You are in Kolkata today?
Yes, today I'm in Kolkata.
Not traveling? You usually
Not
travel a
traveling
lot,
today.
right?
Yes.
Good for you. And I'm glad that you're here. And you know what? I'm so pleased that you were able to come and present because you had some very important exams earlier in the day where you are,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
The professional
This is one
exams. So
of
you had to study hard for those.
Yeah.
So thank
for
you.
last
Thank
1
you.
week I slept at least for maximum 3 to 4 hours.
Wow. Thank you for accommodating and being here and going out of your way. That is really being self-directed and really going for excellence. Thank you. Evaluator is Nicole Miller Douglas, all the way from Jamaica. She brings the Jamaican flag with her. Hello, Nicole.
Good day, Toastmaster Braham.
Objectives?
Okay,
For Mrinal?
today, Toastmaster Mrinal, the purpose of his project is for him to develop a detailed vision of his life, whether personal, professional, or an organization. He's doing his second of 2 speeches. So the purpose of the second speech is for Toastmaster Mrinal to share some aspect of the plan to implement his vision. The member is to deliver a very well-organized, engaging speech to share with us how to implement his vision. It can be humorous, informational, or any style Toastmaster Mrinal chooses. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much. Now, I noticed that some of our members have their videos off. Guests, we leave it as an option, but if you're a member of this club, if you can put your videos on, it's good practice. This is why we are here. That's why we are in an online club. So all of you who are members, because you really want to pay attention to Mrinal here and see what he's talking about, and he needs to see your faces at the same time. So it'll be good for him and good for you as well. So if you're a member, put on your videos. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrinal Kanti Ghosh, leading with vision, Mrinal Kanti Ghosh.
Thank you so much, Bram. Yes, exactly. Teamwork is a teamwork. That's the example we all can see. Leadership Speak, the premier club for experienced Toastmaster to become better self-directed leaders. And yes, we are the now top club globally. Are you all feel proud? Just write it down, yes or no. And how you feel exactly. In the global, more than 16,000 clubs are there, and we are the number 1. It should come from heart. And that is only possible because dreamwork is possible with teamwork. Simultaneously, teamwork is also possible with dreamwork. I think that's the keynote from us. Together, we can do very small things. But if we work as a team, we can do wonders. Even we don't know what kind of potential we have. How we can capitalize, how we can maximize. That's the important things. And that's all about, I think, Leadership Speak. We learn, we all are grow in Leadership Speak. It's a great cultural platform, I must say. Let's come to the picture. We all know that as of now, the number 1 club globally. Our goal is to, already we all know, becoming the premier club for experienced Toastmaster to become better self-directed leaders. Yes, our members are from 25 countries. Can you imagine? a single Toastmaster club from 25 countries, 56 members. We have a vibrant, diverse, and engaged community, and we aim to grow and retain an amazing culture. It's an example for the Toastmaster fraternity. Yes, our focus on leadership development, and last year we earned 28 triple crowns. I just urge you everyone, please clap for all those members who won triple crown, 28 members triple crowns, and 158 educational awards. And our club is like, just changing. Yes, just now I got the information, our members increases to 58. Wow, that's a great, I must say that. Yes, what is our vision? Our path to excellence, inspire. You inspire one another to becoming a self-directed leader. Do excellence, whatever you are doing in your own domain, and try to inspire your community. Direct, I think that's whatever role you are, you should be direct to your community. How you can do wonders with your community. The power is already in your hand. How you utilize that. And finally, as a leader, we should be focused. What is our focus? I know that becoming world number one is a very challenging for all of us, but retain that it's more challenging because every club, every Toastmaster fraternity now looking after us. What the next strategy for this club for the next year? How many goals they can achieve? So as a member of our clubs, leader of as a club, onus on us that we all should be focused on our goal, whatever goal we want to achieve. Next, our goals. What is our goal? That our visions we have, we need to translate into our reality. Yes, membership growth. I, as a treasurer, closely working with membership group, that's at least 20% growth in the current membership base from this year. We expected, I know this number will be more than that, but at least 67 members by June 30, 2025. Talking about educational awards, if 80% members complete at least one pathways annually, then we are able to achieve 280 goals. And as a member, as a one team, we are aiming to achieve at least 250 goals by June 30, 2025. And this will be the world record. Trust me, not a single club crossed 200 goals as of now. And as a leader, we should always towards the excellence. And absolutely the club quality and meetings, deliver high quality, engaged educational meetings. Our VP Education, Toastmaster Paranjit already mentioned what kind of strategy we have with our VP Education Committee. 7 members are already joined, and one meeting for advanced evaluation we are already set up on 27th this month. So many more come. Please stay tuned and try to contribute. And whatever stage you are, try to do excellence with your presence in Leadership Speak. Next, how it can be possible. So I have decided from next week onwards, I'll connect with all the members with the help of VP membership and try to understand what they are looking for. Because we are the one community, we're the one team. Maybe we are separated, we require visa, but we can connect globally without virtual world. And we'll connect, try to understand their requirement and how we can do excels as a one team. That's the purpose for our members. At least retention of 90% membership and growth 20%. Educational achievements, yes, we have dedicated education committee. We are already doing meeting on Tuesday, practices on Thursday. Sometimes we also arrange special meeting. So we always try to drive towards excellence result for our members. And quality, we always believe in the quality. If we maintain the quality, we can do wonders. And as an individual, we need to take an oath that I'll do my best. I am the better version of myself. Nobody can stop me. Trust me, it comes from ownership. Vision into action, I think that is important. Shared vision. We know that we already celebrated Tony's success as a one platform, and we all witness on that. I think we need to celebrate also. If someone achieves something as a team, we need to celebrate. I think that's a teamwork is required. Concrete goal, whatever goal we have, we should be on focus on our goals. How we can achieve that, we that monitor that. Then clear strategy. As an education committee, as a club member, we should have clear strategy in our own life also, what we want to achieve and why we want to go. And last part is important, diligent execution. Whatever thought process you have, whatever dream you have, you need to execute it in real life. Friends, I believe teamwork makes the team work. And that's we are here. And that's our mission, vision to continue the #1 club globally. Over to you.
Mrinal, wow. You have a great vision for yourself and for the club, and encouraging all the members to sort of fall into place along with your vision of what you see and what you think. And that's so noble of you. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, Mrinal is the treasurer of the club this year as well. And I can see in the chat, our Toastmaster Anjali said 250 goals. Anything is possible. When you have a community of people who are really going for communicating and practicing their leadership skills to the next level, anything is possible. Anything. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a few things, and that is, I would like the timer's report in the chat. Mr. Timer, Mfundo Dalihalazo, if you can put that your report in the chat. And Madam Zoom Master, if you can launch the poll, that'll be great. Thank you very much. Please vote for the best speaker. You will notice that the toast is also on there, because the toast is actually a level 3 speech, special occasion speech. That's hence the toast is as well there. So vote for what you think is the best effective. We don't call it the best, but the best effort, as you can see on the voting there. And here's the thing. This is not to boost anybody's ego or to lower anybody's ego or to make people feel bad or good. It is just to gauge yourself as to where you stand this particular week and what are the skills that you really need to hone in. Besides your evaluation, what are the skills you can hone in on, and do a self-assessment at the same time. So go back and look at your video and see where, you could be more effective at communicating your skills, and how you appear confident, how you speak with conviction, with credibility. And was there any critical thinking in your speech, which is what the evaluators would look for normally. Having said that, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Just vote for the best speaker here. I'll do that as well. I've done that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask the guest book to be posted once more in the chat for our guests. Leah Msunga is our Vice President of Membership, and she'll be doing that in a second. So if you're a guest here, ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel so far being in one of the top clubs globally, actually the top club? You can see that the members want to achieve more than 200 goals. Some of them have said 250. We'll see where we end up at the end of June 2025. You can be here next year, June 30th, our last meeting of the year, and we'll be celebrating that. And I'm sure we'll be celebrating a huge goal. Not because we want the numbers, but because how we've grown and developed ourselves as communicators and leaders. So that is our vision. We'll take the action, and the impact will be seen in the world. Thank you. Now, somebody has been watching from a satellite dish way out from the space, and now she's going to come down on Earth and tell us how we are doing with a team of people. our general evaluator, Jyoti Thomas, a very good friend, amazing human being. And she came all the way from Ottawa when she was here with a 5-hour train journey and 2 hours bus ride to come and see me. Now that is dedication. Thank you so much, Jyoti. Over to you. Now, of course, today she's in Chennai. She travels between Chennai and Ottawa. Jyoti Thomas, over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, DTM Brahmamon. Distinguished guests, fellow Toastmasters, I'm incredibly excited to be serving today as your general evaluator for our club's first meeting of the term. Leadership Speaker Club, celebrated as a catalyst for excellence and success. Vision, action, and impact. Welcome to the evaluation session of today's meeting. We are privileged to have evaluators who will evaluate our speakers, experienced Toastmasters who will take over the roles. They propel, and that's where today we are the top club in the world chart. With that being said, let's now begin. The toast delivered by Anjali Wesson will be evaluated by this DTM who believes vision, action, impact is certainly the ultimate mix in a dynamic leader. Taking action on vision requires dedication and focus if one wishes to deliver impact. Over to DTM Sandra for evaluation.
Thank you so much, Jyoti. And I want to thank Anjali in particular for having the courage to have me evaluate. The straight talker is not here to upset anybody for sure, but it's really important that we recognize the power of each speaker. And Anjali, with your toast, the first thing that came to me was you are real, you are you. That's who I connected with immediately. There's no show, there's no air of I'm doing a delivery or I have to worry about a presentation. You are you, and your Zoom presence really reached across to me. You have this lovely, gentle, humble way of speaking, which isn't putting yourself down or putting yourself away. You are just very powerful in your groundedness, boasting authentically about your experiences here at Leadership Speak. And working in your personal story, I was able to feel your heart. So it made the toast really important. Ready, aim, fire. We were so close to the fourth be with you, the fourth be with you, that you were immediately looking at your American sayings, which were apropos. When you came to the gestures, again, they were gentle, but so clear, and you took your time with them. Really important. Ready, that was the vision. Aim, that was the action. And then the only thing you left out, my young grandson, was that he was in cadets, and when he was learning to speak, before you pull that trigger, you breathe. I'm a big believer of breathing. So when you came from that ready, that vision, that aim, now you breathe. So when you pull the trigger, you are grounded. That was what I came up with. Aim, do not shoot till you see the white of their eyes. And in the terms of marketing or Toastmasters, the white of their eyes is knowing your niche, knowing your audience. What are you aiming for? What are you aiming for? What are the whites of their eyes? What is exactly the person you're speaking to, and how are you delivering within your audience? Because if you don't know your audience, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to be a connection. We have such a wonderful opportunity here at Leadership Speak with 25 countries now to cross-culturally learn how to communicate around the world. And I invite everyone with the courage to speak up if something is said that is hurtful. without the intention of being hurtful, please reach out and educate us. And that goes for everyone. I am just really proud of you, Anjali, for being you and delivering you to this wonderful club. Thank you. Back to you, Jyoti.
That was typically being you, Sandra. I think that was a very totally you, direct, honest. And when you spoke about knowing your niche, aiming for it, that showed how observant you were. Thank you very much. And I truly think I have nothing more to add to it. There's always, the next time will be much better every time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have a request there from Nicole to be the next evaluator because she needs to leave the meeting. If that's possible,
okay.
Madam G. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, Nicole is, I'm going to get that.
She is evaluating Mrinal.
The evaluator from Renal, that's the fourth speaker. Yes, I'm just running that. Thank you very much. Nicole may be new to our club and yet comes with full of energy, spirit, and typically what the vision is, that's what she brings to us. Over to our evaluator who will evaluate our fourth speaker who's coming in second now in evaluation. Over to you.
Wow. Wonderful. A clear vision. Thank you, Toastmaster Myrnal, for communicating clearly the vision that you are going to implement, not by yourself, but as a member of a team. Let me start with your Zoom presence. At first, I was a little bit concerned that I wouldn't see much of your gestures because I was seeing just from your shoulder up. But I see you use your space quite well, especially including gestures that covers the face and that we're able to see clearly, not that they're below the screen where I can hardly see and probably just seeing your fingertips trying to make gestures, but your gestures were really clear. I loved that. In terms of engaging the audience, I loved how you included us. You asked us, are you proud to be a member of Leadership Speak? And then persons just started sending their message in the chat to indicate, yes, I am a proud member of Leadership Speak. You engaged us also by using pictures of members. I like the fact that you used Tony's graduation pic. We were right there when Tony invited some of us, join us as we celebrate each other's success, not just here in Leadership Speak, but in the real world. I love that. You included pictures of our Vice President Education last year, Toastmaster Braham, and it was just engaging for me. I could connect immediately. You did a wonderful job there. You also engage us by listing out what we already know about the achievements of the Triple Crown, but saying it again and again allows us just to celebrate the achievement and not to necessarily loathe in ego, but we will be achieving even more. You have set a higher target, 200, and then somebody responded in the chat, 250. Yes, I really love that. So your vision is gaining momentum and persons are agreeing with you. The conclusion, your slides, they were so clear. I liked when you displayed the road to success. There was a picture of a road there and the message was so concise. I could read as you present and your slides were just connecting with what you were presenting. In conclusion, you have a very delightful mannerism. You smiled throughout the entire presentation and I was just engaged. I was stuck to my camera, looking at you and listening to all that you have to share with me and with the other participants of the meeting. That's it for now from me for your evaluation. Over to you, Madam General Evaluator.
very cheerfully and observantly delivered evaluation, Nicole. You literally had everything covered, but I was also looking at probably if you had just suggested when he was presenting the slide with our man with the brilliant feathers around, Tony's slide, if you notice, it was very small. I would have been happy if you had highlighted, there were a few slides where he could have enlarged his figure and also had bolder slides, because I was trying to look at it, there were brilliant content. So maybe that would have been an additional suggestion. Nonetheless, very well done. Thank you very much, Nicole. Now, we move back up. After the toast, we have none other than our very dear friend, Daniel O'Dell. And what does he have to say? He feels from 2010, he's been part of the East African Speakers Bureau, guiding members to apply their Toastmaster skills outside of Toastmasters. And that's precisely what we are always talking about here. With a touch of royalty is what he says. He refines vision and takes consistent action to make a significant impact. And he will be evaluating none other than the Toastmaster of the day, DTM Brahman. Over to you, Dan.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. And good afternoon, good morning, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, and especially Bram. Your role as a Toastmaster of the Day is a masterpiece, because as the founder, co-founder of the club, the comfort level, how you edified the people that came on was brilliant. And also you are teaching, as a coach also, you have sat on your conscience, so you are coaching. So running the meeting, but also coaching and giving us feedback, edifying the members. So it was very warm, very well done. And the use of technology, which enhances the whole meeting. So it's an advanced club, and ensure this is what an advanced club does. So well done. It is difficult to find anything probably to say that what could you have done differently, but probably one of the things that you can consider, because the meeting, I saw the meeting being prepared, is the meetings that a leadership speaker prepared a week in advance, and we go through, we do have a session where we practice it. Probably something that you could consider is in the part where the Zoom master, because we have, like in clubs, we have a Zoom master there. Send a message maybe to Zoom master when some things are going wrong, instead of saying it out there. So give them the chance to probably work on it. Maybe send a message there, a silent message that probably says, please take care of that, and continue, because you did that well. So sometimes some things don't go as we planned them. Some things might go a little bit wrong, something might happen, the technology. Allow the Zoom master maybe to use it, and then just a message to them. But all in all, nicely done with your feedback to the guests, to checking on guests, reading also the chat, checking also on the chat. So comfortably saying what's happening on the chat. So we also know what's happening around. What are people saying at the chat level? Who are the guests there? Who are the members? We can also see that you're in touch with the people who are in the meeting. Every speaker, you had something to say with them. So this shows how much we are close as a family of leadership speak. 25 different nations, 58 different members, but always in touch. Well done with that. A lesson for all of us, something you can do, and is a teaching. You don't teach only by just saying, but also by doing. This you have done well. Thank you for this show of definite prowess. Just consider probably using maybe the chat for sending some messages instead of sending them out loud. But well done, Bram. I always look forward to listening and learning from you. And that's why on Tuesdays, I am there to learn and practice. The vision is great. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Dan. I think what you said was very true. And I really liked the highlight of saying the flow was so beautiful and the way he connected with the team itself was really very interesting. And yes, it was like a Hollywood movie. And you really brought in the spirit of bringing it in and putting it on the chat when it was so well run through was a good observation. Thank you very much. And it truly was a brilliant, sparkling performance for our first meeting. Thank you. Now comes our leadership educational speaker. And to evaluate the man filled with humor is this lady, we have to say, humility, thy name is Nurul Munawwara. Ask in Sri Lanka, every club will echo her name, who brought in changes and truly vision, impact, action, all put together is DTM Nurul Munawwara. And over to you to evaluate Paramjit Singh.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Yes, Paramjit. You delivered the level 5 of engaging humor pathway. Thank you for the excellent speech. I really like the way that you use technology and putting yourself in middle of the slide so that we were able to see yourself and the content of the slides very comfortably. Thank you very much, Paramjit, for the design of the deck and the usage of the deck. When it comes to the content and the delivery, yes, you started with explaining about the club members from 25 countries and different time zone, everything. So everybody got the basic idea of the club, even any guest who are here. Then you moved on to share your own personal story, how you joined the college without any vision, and how you had a vision after the outcome of first semester. That showed how you explain about how the vision you created in your personal life. Thank you very much. Then you moved on again to explain about the leadership. What a beautiful way that you transferred from the personal experience to the club experience so that everybody were able to understood from the basics till the end. You talked about the leadership speak mission, vision, core values, objectives, so much of things. I think all the new members and the guests must have grabbed all about leadership. What we are doing at the club, what are the benefits you get from the club, and how we focus on our educational goals, and what are the mission and the vision. Thank you very much, Paramjit. You gave an extended knowledge to the new members and the guest. While you really did an excellent presentation, then I found give us following suggestion to improve, to make your presentation a beautiful one. For example, you use technology, but in between everything that happens to everyone, but you have missed the continuation of the technology after 1 or 2 slides. So then you had to adjust it. I think with the practice that you can overcome. Second thing is you put your image in the middle of the slide, so that really made a restriction to use your hand gestures so that enhance your speech, because the circle couldn't, we couldn't see most of the hand gestures, so that you can work on. And the other one I felt I think now it is high time for you to stand up and deliver the speech and be a challenge to Bram, so that you can, that may be your vision for this year, so that you can improve your speech. In summary, excellent way of use the technology, excellent content, and the delivery when matching with the excellent way of using the technology. And also you could have taken some humor inside the speech, because it is the engaging humor And with everything, you can make a huge impact in your speech. Over to you, General Evaluator.
My, when the Toastmaster of the day mentioned about community being the catalyst for it, we can't go wrong. Did you just see what DTM Munawara just did? With a smile, so she beautifully you brought in about the difficulties with the transitions of the slide and how it got all stuck in that little circle. You encouraged him and said what all was good, and so nicely with a smile said, challenge Brown. Now that challenge is what is going to be pushing us. And you bet the 250 is not too far away. Thank you so much, DTM Munawara, for that wonderful observation and great suggestions. And I'm sure Paramjit will enjoy it too. Thank you. Now we move on to our prepared speakers. The first speaker of the evening. And this lovely lady, striking, the lady with a scarf all the time. She believes without a vision, you cannot take action to make an impact in the society. With a bright smile, I would like to welcome the pillar of leadership speak. DTM Hannah Schmitz to evaluate our first speaker, Leah Musunga. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Toastmasters, and especially Leah, your icebreaker speech indeed was a breaker and very well structured. You have started with a question which immediately drew my attention. What is the connection between a white flag and an icebreaker? Until I heard about your journey, trying to complete your journey in becoming a chartered accountant. And all the hard efforts you put into succeed and not throw in the white flag. And that number 7 was your lucky number. You requested me to look at your vocal variety, focus on your vocal variety. And here I would like you to challenge to use it a bit more, especially when your friend reminded you, keep going, Leah, keep going. And when you failed again and again, and especially the 6th time, Leah, you were smiling instead of being sad. Show it that you are sad. You're still smiling, I see. Show it. And when eventually you succeeded, you showed happiness. That was a good expression on your face. Very well done. You also requested me to look on your Zoom presence. That was definitely exemplary. I could clearly see your hand gestures, your body language complemented your message also. Very well, as soon as also your eye contact. You smiled at us, that was good. You have ended with a quote from Jim Lon. Don't wish it was easier, wish it was better. Wish for the skills and wish for more wisdom. Show it that you are in agreement with all these wishes. But it was an absolute wonderful call to action. Thank you very much. Leah, let leadership speak be the catalyst for you to reach greater heights. And that white flag is not a sign of surrender in Toastmasters. My call to action to you, hide that white flag. Throw it away. With vision, action, and impact, you can do it. Madam General Evaluator.
Wow, thank you very much, Hannah Schmidt. Standing up and delivering your evaluations with a clear recall last bit to say what you would like to see in Leah Musunga's speech. And very openly also stating that you were confused as to icebreaker and what was this speech. I think you very eloquently brought out all the points. Thank you very much for that. Now moving on to our second speaker. we have our very own Toastmaster Nakawe, who says she would like to learn about how successful self-directed leaders align with vision and action and impact for achieving success. Which other plays better than Leadership Speak? Over to Nakawe to evaluate Toastmaster Yousley Joseph.
Thank you, Madam Evaluator. Greetings to fellow Toastmasters and guests. Wow, let's keep the flow. Well done, Toastmaster Yousley. You, as I've mentioned earlier, that you are a catalyst of your own story. You've shown that the way you've prepared your story, it has just indicated that you've given yourself more time to prepare for the project that you've just delivered. The outcome of your project was aligned very well with the theme of today's meeting. And there's so much that we have learned that shows that surely you are a catalyst leader. In your speech, you have indicated that you have given yourself time to assess your communication styles. And what I appreciate the most is that you were able to compare your previous assessment with the recent one, which shows that you are a true leader that is growing and evolving. You have taken us through your new role as a new VP of the club, where you have aligned your role with the theme of today, as well with your outcome or with your project that you've attended, where you assessed your communication style. What I just want to challenge you on was your Zoom presence. You know, you were so well prepared, you were so comfortable with your speech. It shows that you knew what you wanted to say, but the way you appeared, it dropped us some of your gestures. And I liked the projection of your voice. It captivated our attention. It made us to be present. The challenge there, you might have wanted to add more of your vocal varieties. Well done, you've captivated us. You know, I liked the way you've used humor in your story when you said that the results that the result that you received after you've undertaken the survey or the project, when you were hungry, you know, but you used the word empty stomach. And when your stomach was full, you received different results. And meanwhile, you were still there. I just asked myself, how can one connect the two or the three? Empty stomach, full stomach, and your project in the middle. But you used it very well. So well done. It shows that you are a good communicator. You know how to use your communication styles properly. Well done and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nakawe, for that. And very true, I was also thinking when she spoke about empty stomach and full stomach, that was a good catch. And I had to say, okay, this is how we would react when we are on empty stomach and a full stomach. Now, also another thing was when Yousley started speaking about, you could have probably pointed about the styles in which you communicate. It took a little while for me to even connect. And I was waiting to see, okay, what is her speech about? That was a little bit of a drop. Other than that, everything was good. And truly, you did mention, we missed out on it, but her presence was fully there in the frame. And that was well noticed by you. Thank you very much, Nakawe, for that. Moving on, now comes a third speaker. And the evaluator is cheerful Lydia Wanjiko, who is going to be evaluating our speaker, Baron Ochalum. Over to you.
Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, fellow Toastmasters, and our guests in the room. Baron Ochola, that was a very structured speech. Thank you very much. Wow. You made me to just be glued listening to your speech. I love the way you started. You started with a lot of energy by also engaging us, asking us a question about adversity process, and you also paused, and we could see you looking to see if at all is anyone who is raising their hand. That was done very well. Your gestures again, the warm presence also was good. And also you seemed to enjoy your title. Go through it, grow through it, and glow through it. You really took us through. We were able to reflect and understand and see the areas of growing and also glowing. And also, you're very clear when you gave us the steps for diversity process. You made it very clear with your gestures and started with number one, recognize diversity. Number two, you have to respond to it. Don't hide behind the sand. And the recovery, growing through adversity. That was excellent. Thank you very much. You even went ahead and quoted the words from a musician. Though I expected also you to give them with to change a little bit when you're giving those words so that they can connect well with the speech. And the quote that you gave about necessity is the mother of invention. That was very good because I could recall this one was started by the ancient Greek philosopher that is Plato, who said that necessity is the mother of invention. When there's a problem, you have to become creative and so that you're able to meet the need. You brought it out very well, Barrow. Thank you very much for that. Overall, your speech was very good, and it made us think through, and we felt catalyzed by your speech on the areas to grow ourselves. Thank you. Back to you, Madam General Director.
Thank you. And indeed, what you said, so true. It was a very engaging speech, and you got that right. And also suggesting the quote by Plato. I would like to add something more if the evaluator would mind. Today, what I saw in Baron's speech was a brilliant Zoom presence. We always find there's always issues with technology and there's drop in the net connection. Today, we saw the entire body, the body language, and his gestures were so clear and visible. So that was something which I would have wanted to add on because it truly made a lot of impact. And it was a catalyst for a speech. Thank you very much. Well, I guess that brings us, since we've already completed the fourth speaker, brings us to the end of it. May I now request our timer Mofandu, to kindly post the timings on the chat, please. And our Zoom master, Corinne Baptist, to launch the polls. I think that's done. While we're doing that, I'm going to ask our grammarian, Angela Brown, who has been listening very keenly, to share her report, please.
Thank you. The word of the day was used by Brahm 3 times, Usually 1 time, Jati 1 time, and Nicola 1 time. So that would be 7. Word of the day was used 7 times. I only heard 1 misuse of language, which was the incorrect pronunciation of the word of the day, catalyst, but it was later corrected. So we won't focus about it. Leah said, spoke about never giving up, which I think we all should follow that, to never give up. The word white flag was new to me. I had to go to ChatGPT for some further explanation about that. Usley said, listen more than you speak, than speaking, which I thought was an excellent comment. Brahm said, everything is communication. Without communication, I am nothing. That was an excellent quote and an excellent way to talk about communication. Barron quoted a quote by Viktor Franklin: the ability to think about and decide one's action is man's last freedom. Wow, very, very powerful quote. And Marinel said, teamwork makes the dream work. And that was also another excellent quote. So all in all, excellent speeches, and we had some really excellent quotes and use of language. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Angela, for the detailed number of times they used the word of the day and for the observant report. Well, that was my big team who supported all of us. Clearly shows our community. Now let me quickly share my overall report. All that you see is just not what you see today. There's much more behind the screens. And my report will be about the group formation well in advance. We had the theme in place and we had the Toastmaster of the day getting ready and checking to see if everybody had things in order. The group was started well in advance, and I saw that the members over there were communicating and were able to say exactly what their roles were. Most of the evaluators had posted their introduction. However, I wish there were a couple of them who had put in without being asked. That'll be something which I would like to stress here. The speech, we truly stand up to say we are not a 7-minute Toastmasters club. That was very prevalent here when most of the speakers came on the Tuesday and Thursday to come and practice their speeches. And that is where we talk about being an advanced club. And I think that was a brilliant point. There's always a slip between the cup and the lip. Zoom presence. Sometimes it lets us down and there are certain hitches, but we beautifully went through it without getting ruffled. Corinne, the greeter, very politely and pleasantly welcomed everybody and giving chance for the entire members and the guests to interact. Toastmasters' role was very encouraging when every member was introduced with something special which was connecting, and that shows very clearly bringing the community together. And I think that is key. And today being the first day for a new term, to align with the theme, the vision, created the impact very clearly. Handling any changes in the agenda was done very nicely, swiftly, without anyone getting worked up. And I think that was very, very important. I also would like to bring to every speaker had a brilliant evaluator too. And that truly deserves a round of applause. If you see from start to finish, it was well curated and seamlessly run through. So all is well that ends well. Overall, it was truly a meeting that was a catalyst for effective communication, demonstrating the strength, being the catalyst for the executive committee taking part in today's session, each one of them delivering the speech. With that, I would like to say good luck to our club and hand it over back to the Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Brown.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator, for that role that you played. Amazing. And thank you for having a great team of evaluators. We are learning from our members that our vision has to be big nothing small, nothing to shrink from. Perhaps how large the vision is, maybe some members might shrink from it. So how am I going to do that, right? Somebody did ask in the chat, are we going to divide that 250 by a number of members, or what are we going to do? This answer is simple. Every member has their own goals, and then there's the stretch goals. So do what you can and see along the way what coaching you need, what mentoring you need, and how can you reach for the goal. Your goal is the club's goal. If you do triple plus, a lot of members the past year did triple plus. What is triple plus? For example, our general evaluator here did 14 levels in total. 14. Nwakabe, sorry, and 30 Mokahanso did 10 levels. Nwakabe did 5, Paramjit did 7 or 8, Henna did 9, and so on. They did more than the triple crown. This is a triple crown plus. So 36 members in total did 158 goals. 28 of them did triple crown or plus. And so that is how we ended up where we ended up. What can you do? What's your vision for the coming year? What's your action going to be, and what impact will you make in the real world? That is the true measure of, it's not just about speaking and doing speeches, as you know. It is about the impact that you will create, how you'll progress in your communication and leadership style, not style, but how you'll become much better at what you do in leading and inspiring and communicating. If you don't have communication, you have nothing. It doesn't matter what skill you have. I stand by those words. Our thought of the day, my dear friend from Washington, who was born in Nigeria, Dr. John Ojefo.
Thank you, Mr. President and Toastmaster of the Day. Happy new Toastmaster year to my fellow Toastmasters, guests, and visitors. Vision, action, impact. What a very appropriate theme to start off the year and to catalyze our individual and collective success in the new Toastmaster year. Successful leadership is a harmonious blend of vision, action, and impact. Vision sets the course. Action drives the journey. And impact ensures that the destination is worthwhile. We have heard today how our leaders, our executive officers, have used this guiding light and have shared it with us, their vision for a better 2024-2024 year. The question is, how will you contribute to transition this vision into reality? Let me say it again. Successful leadership is about seeing beyond the present and envisioning a lot of our future with endless possibilities. How are you going to transition this vision into reality? Through purposeful and decisive actions. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, as self-directed leaders who set good examples, who lead by example, let us all embody these 3 principles, these pillars of successful leadership in our individual and collective responsibilities and roles. And let us follow what the leadership has asked us to do as part of this community to be able to have an impactful year. Vision, action, impact. Let us all embrace it, demonstrate it, live it. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow. John, what an amazing summary. Thank you for the thought of the day, bringing it all together at the end. Now, of course, awards and who won what, who were the best effort speaker and best effort evaluator. Madam Zoom Master, if you can put that up, that'll be great. And let us know who that is. And while we are there, we are running a little late as well. So let me just get on with the guest comments while we are doing that. I think you can post the certificates. Sorry, who's doing the PR today?
Byron was doing it. He has prepared already, but I think he's out of the meeting at the moment because of.
Not a problem. We can always post it in the chat or later on. But who can you just tell us who they were, Paramjit?
Yeah, the best speaker for the day is Leah Masonga. And best effort evaluator is Hannah Schmidt.
Whoa, congratulations, Hannah. Congratulations, Leah. Amazing, well thought out speech, presentation, and evaluation. We'll move on to our guest comments. And guests, if you wish to be addressed, raise your hand or I'll just pick on you to see how you felt about the meeting. Also, in the chat, if you can tell us how you found the meeting. So this is for the guest. How did you like the meeting? One word. Let's put it in the chat. If you didn't like it, of course, say you didn't like it. If you loved it or whatever that one word is, just let us know in the chat. So welcome to the fireside. Welcome here, guests. And let's have you participate with us and let's have a conversation. I'm just trying to make my technology work here a little bit. So thank you for posting that. Priscilla, inspiring, Manoharan. Manoharan, you're a brand new member, but thank you, well organized. Thank you very much. Don't stop the recording, please. You shouldn't. We haven't adjourned the meeting. Mr. Paramjit, if you can put this recording back on and then we can stitch it to the end. Thank you. And please change the script. That'll be great. Thank you very much. I have not adjourned the meeting. And once we adjourn the meeting, that's when you can stop the recording. Thank you. Now, let me see who else has put in any comments. Thank you very much. Catalytic. Thank you. Okay, so who would like to have a word with us? Harriet, are you there? All right, looks like Harriet isn't around. Calvin Dorsey. Are you there? Okay, not there. Luciano Giao, you there? Okay, most of them have filled out our guest book anyways, and thank you very much. And they said they want to join. There's about 6 people who said yes, they want to join our club today. That's an incredible number for a meeting. That's amazing. So Leah, you got your hands full this coming week.
One message for actually, I think sent to me directly by Helen J. She says, I learned without communication, I'm nothing. Teamwork, dream work.
Awesome. Woohoo. Perfect. And then we have our usual guests anyways, so we won't return to them. They've been coming for quite a while. With that, ladies and gentlemen, our goal is 250. Well, I would say more than 201. Anything greater than 201. So let's see, when you fill out that form that will be given to each and every member for your goals for the year, what tally do we have? And then if you will over-deliver or under-deliver, it's up to you. Hopefully you will actually achieve your goal or over-deliver, but don't lowball yourself. Go for the stretch instead. And that is my suggestion. That is the way leaders act and create results as a team. Thank you all. This meeting is now officially adjourned. And If you can stop the recording now. Mr. Zoom Master, Paramjit, sorry. Is the streaming still on? If the stream